I would probably describe myself as like someone who's like very reserved, I guess. Very quiet, very humble, intimidating, I guess. But obviously, the more you get to know me, I'm pretty chill. I'm very chill. I can't do it. I can't do a kickflip. I can't do it. I'm scared. I can't do it. I'm not a skater. Skater fucking die. Actually, my grandpa owned a studio back in the Philippines, so it's been in my life even way before I was born. And it was my dad's dad. My dad eventually started like getting a lot of cameras and stuff. He was just like, he just always liked getting the latest gadget. So I eventually just started playing around with cameras. And I kind of like followed my sister as well, because she did photography in high school. So I was like, yeah, let me like copy you and all that shit. But I ended up just enjoying it, and I figured that I was pretty decent in it. So yeah, it was I was very influenced by my family to take photos, and now we're here, which is nowhere where I want to be yet, but we'll get there. Honestly, photography is still kind of a hobby to me, just because I don't really know what the fuck I want to do with my life. But I guess everything changed the moment I started being comfortable taking on clients. And I don't know if it's a proper way of living yet, but like I do have a full-time job, so that's why I still consider it as a hobby. I don't really know if this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life, just because I'm not meant for work. I just don't want to fucking work. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. There's a lot of like, there's a huge unknown. So let me get back to you in 10 years. Where's the fucking pizza and where is everyone else? A lot of people flop. It sucks because when you ask people to shoot with you, they either come or, you know what I mean? Like, sucks, like, fuck. Welcome to the game. Ramen, but I do like cold noodles. I like noodles in general, just not the fucking, I don't know, sometimes I don't like the thick ones, like soba, I don't fucking remember. Udon, I don't like udon. It's weird. What do your tattoos mean? Fucking hate that. Just don't ask, please. I don't know what they mean. My free time, I watch Netflix, I jam out in my room, I work out, I bike, I read, I write. I'm in bed half the time, and I'm just smoking weed. I brought one in case, but it's like kind of tight. I don't know if you want your muscles to show.
I'm coming to Toronto. I was like, I'm leaving tomorrow. And she's like, all right, we'll go get it in the one. 3,500.
Okay, there's one person I do look up to, and it's Felice. You're great. But in terms of like just inspirations and all that, I honestly I don't take the time enough to research different photographers and all that stuff. I'm really bad with names, so I mean, of course, Annie Leibovitz. Who's that other one? Vivian Meyer, but she wasn't even like a proper photography. Her story is just like cool. Yeah, I don't know many photographers, but I respect everyone's work. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. God, it's fine.
Professional.
Professional.
What's on your email?
Oh, I didn't see you there. You do it. Welcome. We're having a second shoot. I'm with my boy Ilya. And it's going great so far.
Unless.
Photography related trip. Coolest one, I went to Dublin, and that was like the first solo trip I did where I was actually shooting just to survive. So I would go on Tinder, and basically my bio was like, hey, I'm from Canada, whatever, I'm a photographer, buy me beer or buy me food and I'll shoot you. So I was basically like living day to day, shooting random people off Tinder. I met really amazing people. I was even able to sleep at one of their places. Yeah, so I got free booze, free food. I got money too. I was able to get hired from the hostel that I actually stayed at. I was able to take photos of their sister hostel. Yeah, it was pretty dope. It's gonna sound so bad. A reoccurring thought that I've had, honestly, for a while, why am I alive? That's a thought. I'm sorry you asked. I think about that every day. Why am I alive? Like, why? For why? Why? Like, and you can't find the answer to it. Intimate, very intimate, very plain. I just like to focus on the subject's emotion, and most of the time the emotions are blank-faced or sad. Yeah, my work's pretty sad just because when I do projects, it's based on like how I feel and my emotions, and a lot of the time I'm not happy, but it's therapeutic in a sense to be able to produce stuff that I myself can't even explain. I do write on the side. I think I more so write than actually take photos, to be honest, and I feel like with my written stuff, it doesn't really send a message unless there's a visual. So that there was one time where I started playing around with that stuff, and it became a thing, like just having captions or paragraphs underneath an actual photo or visual. I think it gives a more, I don't know, like a more powerful message for the audience. So no one's here. Yeah, you're just gonna chin down? Look this way? Perfect. What the fuck? If not photography, I'd probably be a chef. I mean, if all else fails, then I'm gonna grab a food truck. I'm gonna make something out of it. That's my backup. I don't know how to cook, but I like cooking. There's this soba noodle thing. It's basically cold noodles with the soba noodle dipping sauce with marinated beef or pork. I drizzle some onions on there, some garlic, and then I boil an egg really nice. So when you cut it up, the yolk is just spewing. That's pretty good. I like making steak. I could cook a meat steak. Steak and asparagus. Fuck yeah.
Some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. And some potatoes. I don't mashed potatoes. I don't know. Yeah, sure, I could fuck with that.
A bit of sprinkled with salt.
Some chives on it.
Some coleslaw.
I'm getting hungry. Okay, next question. One shoot done. Second shoot soon. Matt, coming for you. Kidding. What?
What are you doing?
We're gonna go for a smoke break before Matt comes. Just to relax and like be chill and like get in the mood and stuff. So it's a lovely day outside if you could see. I mean, you can't see. Ask me a question.
Glizzies or hamburgers?
Hamburgers. I could take a glizzy. Could. I need to be in a glizzy mood. And I think that's like watching a baseball game mood. I don't watch baseball, so I could take a glizzy. A burger and a glizzy. A Bergs. Bergs. Next question. Oh, you know what's funny?
What?
I was in high school and oh man, I love hot dogs. I'm gonna say hot dogs because fucking glizzy. Hey, so I'm in high school and I didn't have lunch money, and I went to the Hasty Market and they just started selling glizzies, whatever. I shoved it in my fucking mouth because I couldn't afford it. I was just like in the corner, like broke it up. Anyways, don't put that. Yeah, so I feel like if you ask that question to any other creative if they're happy with their work, I feel like half the time they're gonna say no. Obviously, like you could do better, but personally, I know I'm not at that level where I want to be at in terms of just actually knowing how to properly edit. I don't over edit my photos. I don't like editing. I hate it, which is why which is why I do a lot of simple photos. But am I happy? Not entirely. I'm content with my work. Could I do better? 100%. And will I do better? Yeah, eventually. I'm very slow with my progress, which is okay. You just gotta take it day by day. I wouldn't say it was the biggest jump, but it's definitely a jump in like with regards to getting into the Toronto creative scene. I was able to actually be invited to a photo exhibition called Out of Line. And from there, I was just able to meet a lot of cool people from Toronto, a lot of young creatives, and you know, they're really good connections. They're really good people, and I feel like from there, after the photo exhibit, a lot of people were recognizing my work a little bit more. So that was a jump. I would probably say the photos that I'm currently working on for my next book called Show Face. Exciting, I know. I've released some of the photos, but not all of them. I'm still actually creating the book. It's taking a little while, but I think that's it. I mean, we're shooting another project today, so who knows, maybe that might be the best work I've done, but I'll keep you updated. One happy place is just me playing golf. Another happy place is me shooting my own project, not client work. Another happy place is me playing pool. It's very therapeutic. Another happy place, I guess, just being at a park with a bunch of people that I love and literally just lying down and being cute and being super nice to each other. There's happy places within people that I'm not gonna mention, but you know who you are. Yeah, right now I feel like I do enjoy New York a lot. I've been there a few times. It's pretty great. Least favorite city? I've had terrible experiences in each city that I've been to, that I travel to, but at the same time I'm grateful to be able to even visit that city or country or whatever. The worst city that I've had bad experiences in? Kiev. No, I'm sorry, not Kiev, Lviv. In Ukraine. I had a great time, don't get me wrong, but it was hard being a person of color living in Lviv for a month. It's great times though. Cops, man, kind of racist as hell. Wow, that's a fucking deep question. I would want my ancestors to cook me the best fucking dish that they could make. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's easier though.
Oh.
I can't do it. I had a project that I shot 2 years ago, I think. And it was my first project where I collaborated with two other people. It was my good friends Rachel and Talia. They were doing creative direction and color theory. And I think it was a pretty proud moment to be able to collaborate with like-minded people. I could truly say that I'm not good with collaborating with people just because most of the time when I tried it, our visions just collided. But the photos turned out really well. I got really good feedback from a lot of people, and yeah, I think it was good. It was very, very I don't know, I was just anxious the whole shoot, but yeah, it turned out really well. The photos turned out pretty good. fuck up that I had and it still haunts me to this day. It was for one of the shoots for my book last year, and I accidentally like invited way too many people in the studio. I honestly thought that half of these people wouldn't show up, which is like a given most of the time. And there were about like 20 bodies in the studio, and I got super anxious. I didn't know how to deal with that many people at a very short span of the time that we had in the studio. And I honestly didn't even end up liking the photos. I kind of ditched them. It was pretty garbage, but that was kind of a fuck up. Don't invite so many bodies in the studio if you can't fucking handle it yourself. So, lesson learned. I mean, I could tell you with the next 5 years, I hope that I'd be able to like be in a better headspace mentally. I don't know, maybe I'd have a wife by then. Who knows? Ooh, who knows? I definitely see myself being out of Canada, not living here. Europe, probably, and I do hope that I'm still freelancing in the next 5 years. Maybe join an agency, but yeah, I don't see myself working a shitty full-time job. Let's hope, fingers crossed. I just want to be able to live decently with photography. Honestly, I stopped shooting. I was on this huge hiatus, and I actually taught myself how to develop photos myself at home. And I bought a scanner, so I've just been playing around with that. And I've been writing a lot, so I've been creating more concepts to shoot. And yeah, now we're shooting. It's great. It's great to be back in the studio. It wasn't too wild, but it was like pretty wild because my friend Daniel took me under the DVP, and we had to climb this fucking bridge. I pulled an all-nighter too. We climbed this bridge underneath DVP. He made me like go on a beam and just like pose, and I was like holding on to my dear fucking life. I don't know how fucking high it was. But then he also proceeded to drive me onto the QEW, pulled over to the side, and kind of wanted me to pose in the way that I'm like hailing up a cab or something right beside the QEW. So it was rush hour as well. Cars are just like flying by. Not too wild, but it was pretty scary. The thing that keeps me going, and like I said before, I always have that one question, that reoccurring thought as to like, why am I alive? I think the thing that keeps me going is like, I want to know why. I want to know my purpose. I want to know what I could do. And I know I have a certain effect on people, not saying that like I'm amazing or anything, but I do have a way with people, and for some reason I feel like I was just like put on this earth to like fucking, it's so cliche and so stupid, but like because I have that effect on people, I could spread happiness or whatever, or love and all that stuff. So I think that's the main thing that keeps me going. And I'm fucking sick, man. I'm dope. Yeah. I'm 25 now, and it's just this year that I realized people don't owe you anything, and you don't owe anyone anything either. I learned that a lot of people take people accountable for their own actions, if that makes sense. I guess all in all, like, I realized how shitty people could be, which sucks to say or even like admit. But a lot of people are selfish, and that's just the way it goes. Because again, you don't owe anyone anything. But I do feel like there's a right way of doing it, and a proper and respectful way of doing it. But yeah, I learned that a lot of people aren't trustworthy. Yeah. Just keep producing stuff, and don't be scared to show the world what your talent is. Play around with different mediums, like I've said before. Test new things. Reach out to some people. If they're dicks, then they're dicks, but you have nothing to lose. Make new friends. connect with people, but make sure that you're connecting with the right people. Do drugs, but not the bad ones. Do the good ones in moderation. And peace and love, man. Peace and love. Just be a good person. Be a decent person. It's not mine, but I wish. Should, no, I'm wearing a toque. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Frank Ocean vibes. It's his helmet. I don't want to fuck it up. There's a camera. Anyways, I don't. I would love to have a motorcycle though. A cafe racer.
Sick.